So today I thought it'd be fun to look at certain behaviors through a really specific lens. And this is, I'll geek out on a little bit of neuroscience here for a sec. When it comes to the way our brain organizes itself around certain behaviors, there's basically two mechanisms that we can activate. The one that we usually think about when we think of, oh, here's a a skill or behavior that I want to get better at. I want to get better at gratitude or kindness or whatever it might be. We usually think of this idea of we're activating something. Here's the thing that I want. So imagine that's like pushing the gas pedal, right? I want to create more movement in a certain direction. So the obvious thing is I'm going to hit the gas pedal. Now, the other side of that, though, is the other pedal that we have, which is the brake. And so we talk about inhibitory circuitry in the brain. So when I push the brake, it is going to, I mean, it's doing something, but the thing that it's doing is it's actually slowing something down. So neurologically speaking, there are excitatory sort of neural circuits, and then there are inhibitory ones. And so, an example there that I could give is if my goal is to experience more gratitude in my life on a daily basis, there are specific things I can do, right? So that's me pushing on the gas pedal where it's like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. But there's also lots of things that I may want to stop doing. So I don't know, maybe in the realm of gratitude might be, becoming less judgmental or drawing fewer conclusions about, why someone might be doing something, right? So there's always these two sides to any kind of behavior that we're looking for. So I thought let's do the experiment and let's explore that for a bit. I won't show you guys another slide. It's not necessary. So yeah, so let's close our eyes. You can probably tell I'm a little over caffeinated at this point, but just closing your eyes, feel into the body. If you've been drinking caffeine this morning, see if you can notice the effects on the body, on the mind. Let's just do a really quick and cursory sort of body scan. So start with your feet. What's it like to have feet and toes right now? Maybe this is the first time that you've actually consciously thought of your feet today. And then moving your awareness up your legs, calf muscles, up to the knees, your hamstrings, your quads, your glutes. Just pausing there for a second. What's it like to have a pelvis, the hips, big muscles, big joints? And maybe you don't notice any sensation there at all, or maybe you notice like, oh yeah, some little aches and pains, and you can wiggle your butt around in your seat just to kind of amplify the sensation of this is what it's like to have a pelvis. And moving up, what does the belly feel like? Is it soft? Is it hard? And spine. Imagine yourself working up sort of one vertebra at a time. Noticing where the rib cage attaches to the spine. Noticing the lungs and the heart inside the rib cage. To the shoulders, neck, down the arms, past the elbows, into the hands, the fingertips. We're not trying to change anything here. We're just noticing this is what it's like to have arms with hands and fingers, and back up to the throat, your jaw, lips, tongue, the nose, and then the eyes. What do your eyes feel like in this moment? And then all the way up to the top of the head. And then imagine there's this invisible thread that's just gently pulling the very top of your head skyward. Now let's spend some time doing this thought experiment and see if you can notice your gas pedal and your brake pedal. So let's actually take the example of gratitude. So let's say the goal is, yeah, I just want to feel more gratitude in my life. So in order to do that, what are you imagining? What's the gas pedal or gas pedals, plural? Like, what are the things, the behaviors that you might want to do more of in order to experience more gratitude in your life? Is it more verbal expression of gratitude? Maybe spending more time thinking about things you want to feel grateful for and then express them. People you feel grateful for. What are the things, the behaviors that you imagine if you did more of would result in more experiences of gratitude on a daily basis? And now just focusing on the break, in order to feel more gratitude in my life, what are some of the things that I need to start pushing the brake on? Maybe it's not making enough time for thinking about gratitude. Maybe it's feeling inhibited about expressing it verbally or in other ways to people. What are some of the things that if you stopped doing them or did less of them would result in more experiences of gratitude? And what about, yeah, here's a big one. What about love? Who doesn't want to feel more love in their life or have more experiences that are have that flavor of that thing that we call love? So imagining yourself doing more of certain things that would result in more experiences of love. What are they? Some of them are outward behaviors, like things that you can actually do that convey that sense of love to others. Some of them are more sort of internal things, attitudes or sort of figuring things out on the inside before you move forward. So, what are those things that if you hit the gas pedal a little bit, you'd probably have more experiences of love. And then what are the things that are getting in the way of these experiences of love? If you pushed on the brake a little bit, less of these, I guess, ideas, attitudes, moods, narratives, and of course, outward behaviors. What are the things that get in the way of experiencing more love? But if you hit the brake on them, it would result in what you're looking for. And the idea here is just to notice that there's these two levers, in essence, that we can pull. One is activation, the other one is inhibition. And just knowing that there's a direct correlation to how the nervous system works. Some neurons activate certain transmission of neurotransmitters, and then other neural connections actually inhibit the transmission of certain neurotransmitters. And we can influence that by our own behaviors. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Slow out breath through the mouth. Relaxing the shoulders, the chest, the hands. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and in and out. Relaxing the belly, chest, shoulders, the throat. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And open your eyes. Hope that one made sense. I remember I was reading something about this, and I was noticed it in myself. Like I usually have this tendency of all the things that I need to do more of and forget the things that, gosh, if I did less of those, they would actually contribute to what I'm trying to accomplish as well. So hope that was helpful. And I hope to see you tomorrow, everyone. Be well.